Good afternoon. What I love about these different aspect ratios is what a different feel each one gives. The mid aspect is, easy to get up, forgiving, stable, like don't have to think about it or work it very hard. The high aspect, similar qualities, a little harder to get up, but adds that extra gear of speed. And then the true high aspect is harder to get up, but has crazy glide. For me, mid aspect, just great all around winging wing, kind of wing that don't have to work hard or think about it. Both easy to get up, still has pretty good speed and luffs like a champ, just on these tiny little energy, easy to find the bumps. This is like one of the all-time days I've had at this spot. The conditions lined up towards the end of the day. And actually able to feel like I'm surfing, doing surf turns. And then the one thing is, being a bigger wing, when I go into some of these turns, I have to rein in my roll or know that if I don't put some front foot pressure, I'm gonna blow it out and fall and crash. And so, it's the trade-off, like all wings. And this wing is just, I've been on it kind of nonstop for 6-8 months. And so I know it really well. I know when I'm getting close to breaching or if I'm gonna push a turn too far and when it's gonna start to drop off the bump and need to pump, and it's just all around super forgiving and easy to ride. And that's what I love about these wings. They're just real easy. The Phantoms are super fun. And the thing that really drew me to them is coming up right here is the ability to get a tip out right there. And just, I lose a little bit of altitude on that one, but it doesn't ventilate. That's what's great about these wings. Super forgiving on the tip out. Don't have to think about it or have to go into a turn with intention to try to avoid that. Just all around great wing. I've been riding these for a couple years. Super love them. And yeah, it's just, for me, bump riding special. Just able to go out and do some surf type stuff in the bumps. And that's what's great. And then, seeing everybody moving to higher and higher aspect wings, I'm super stoked that F1 came out with both the 7Cs and the Eagle. And here we are on the 7Cs. Little harder to get up. It, smaller, even though all three of these wings have the same span, but more, pitchy. I have to be aware of my pitch angle. And if I go too high or push it too far, it will stall. And right off the bat, feels familiar, very similar. They say it's a scaled up version of the 940, which I have, but the speed, like, oh man, as soon as I hit the gas, I notice right away, like tons of speed and just wants to go. And this was earlier in the day, and so like the swell and the tide hadn't quite filled in, and so it's, small bumps and on a smaller wing really having to work hard. But where this wing is super fun is in these like powered kind of turns, just cruising around and just ripping side to side, doing these little mini S turns. It feels so good. It's just like so fast and yet easy. I'm all about easy. Like if a wing is super, tons of work or doesn't luff very well, or I have to constantly be thinking about keeping the, a tip in, or if I, push a turn too far, I'm going to end up face planting. Like that isn't fun for me. But these wings, that's what I love about them. They're super fun and just given a different feel. Like being able to, good feels, like familiar feels, like, surfy, turning kind of feels that I love. And yet, fast, like it feels fast, like all these powered up. I was like, oh man, this feels so good. I mean, the GPS did not work. It's finicky with the Max if you don't have it pointed the right way. So, but it felt at least 5, maybe 10, miles, knots, however we want to measure it, faster. It just felt fast, like 20 plus. It felt, so I'll be interested when I get a longer test to go out and see how it feels that way, like actually measure it and see what it compares to what I've been riding. And it started to build, started to get a little more filled in. I caught some good sections and doing these like luff jibes on this wing. You could just feel the acceleration and the flow, and it just, like real speedy. And then there you go, tip out, that familiar, can get, some of the tip out without even thinking about it, and it doesn't fall off. And here, the true high aspect, they say 9+, and getting up, I felt it, noticed it right away, like really had to work to get it up. And there you saw I got a little pitchy and it crashed right back down. And on this big 105 mast, it felt, I felt wobbly. It felt way up there and had me thinking most of this demo that I wanted a shorter mast. And I have friends who weigh about the same as me, and they only ride this wing on a shorter mast, and they say they can get up easier, so that's the theory, is that being deeper in the energy, I have to work harder, and when I get another chance to ride these wings, I'll test that out. But right off the bat, when I noticed immediately with this wing is the carry, just the glide. It wants to go forward forever. It just wants to go and go and go, and it's more of a higher cadence, and as soon as I fall off, I'm done. I fall off. There's no saving it. So I have to think about keeping my speed up and then getting up. Just got to work hard. Can't be real pitchy. Have to do, a real, shorter up and downs and work it up. But just carry. You can just feel it. It just wants. I look forward to trying this both on a bigger day and in the surf. Like just to feel like that carry forever and ever. It just wants to go. It's just, so it's a cool feel, it's like start to get bored, but there again, when I fall off, I just give up. Really great to have more options in the Quiver, more feels, like whatever I'm feeling. If I want easy, put on the mid aspect. If I want some speed and still, be able to get it up easy, put on the semi-high aspect. And then if I really want the glide, that crazy carry for days, put on the true high aspect. And they all feel different. It totally changes up the entire session, the feel, just by swapping out the airplanes. And that I love, don't have to, I already have the mast system, so it's a relatively easy upgrade or addition to the Quiver instead of having to, go back and forth. Should I switch systems or, different brands? Now they have the full line, and I'm stoked. So that's, I hope this is helpful. Hope to see you out there, and thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and come on over to the website and check out the membership options, or if you want to donate, that helps too. Also, YouTube has the new thanks option. You can contribute that way, or they have the membership on actual YouTube itself. You can join there. All that helps, and appreciate what you do, and thanks for contributing and watching.